Scott Beaumont, Unit 5, 1.1. List of values or codes of practice relevant to the work being carried out.
Right, this is stuff like health and safety checks, park queues, fire alarms, all the etc. and so on.
What does so on mean?
So on, stuff like health and like signs and stuff like that put up.
Right, okay. 1.2. Describe the requirements for health, safety and welfare relevant to own work, including Health and Safety Work Act and requirements from relevant national governing bodies.
So that's like explain everything to the employees really and stuff like that. Explain the health and safety, emergency procedures, put up posters, signs, CRB checks, stuff like that.
Do you know when the Health and Safety Work Act was?
Is it? It's 1975, is it? 1974.
Yeah. Identify manufacturers' guidelines and instructions for the use of facilities and equipment.
This is just like use the equipment safely, and put up posters, signs, how to use it properly. Instructive health and safety checks, make sure it's all up to date.
Right, okay. Describe why health, safety and welfare are important in an active leisure and recreation environment.
Explain.
Describe why health, safety and welfare are important in an active leisure and recreation environment.
Well, it's just to prevent injuries, just like professionalism all around really, for the centre or place of business.
Right.
Keep the business open, prevent it from shutting down.
Yep. Identify the persons responsible for health and safety in your own workplace.
It's first aider, higher up, like managers, stuff like that.
Right. Outline own organisation security procedure.
Security procedures. That's stuff like all employers like keep the valuables safe. All information is discreetly kept between the company.
Right. What else about people coming in and out of the centre?
There's cameras, like check-ins, like desks and stuff like that.
Right, good. Card entry you could have as well.
Card entry.
Right.
Barriers.
Good. Right. Describe the types of hazards that are likely to occur in own area of work and the accidents and injuries each could cause.
Types of hazards, like presented in a leisure centre. You get like slips on the floor, cuts, bruised, like and stuff like that.
Outline how to identify hazards.
You go around the building, health and safety checks, accident report forms, fill them in, you make aware of them, so then it won't happen again.
Right.
Stuff like that.
List health, safety and security checks to be followed.
Accident report form, park queues, risk assessments, health and safety checks.
Right. 2.4. Describe how to carry out basic risk assessments of the types of hazards that may occur.
This is where you go around, make sure the equipment's intact, it's all full use, not broken, and check it off.
Yep. Describe why it's important to get advice from a relevant colleague if unsure about hazards and risks in your own workplace.
So you gain the knowledge, and also it's like teamwork as well, like working with colleagues and stuff like that.
Yep. Identify who to ask if unsure about hazards and risks in your own workplace.
This is like hiring a colleague, first aider,
Right. Manager, yeah.
manager,
Supervisor.
supervisor,
Right.
things like that.
2.7. Describe how to deal correctly with the types of hazards that may occur in your own workplace, taking account of risks.
So this is like making sure it's like isolated, putting like signs around it, like wet floor sign, for example. Make sure it's been ticked off, corrected, and it won't happen again.
Right. Identify documents relating to health and safety which may have to be completed.
This is like accident report forms, equipment checks. Also like what they call Risk assessments.
Yeah.
Risk assessment form.
Sign it and date it as well, yeah.
Sign and date.
Outline how to complete health and safety documents correctly.
It's just like professional, so make sure it's neat, understandable, read. You can do it on the internet, in a report form booklet. Make sure it's dated, named, signed off.
Right, good. Describe what is meant by safeguarding and protecting the welfare of children and vulnerable adults.
This is just like, so you're responsible for them. You can't let them cause any harm to them or all like that. And because you're the older adult, you're in charge of what happens to them. You're responsible.
Right,
for
okay.
protection.
Describe own role and responsibilities for safeguarding and protecting children and other vulnerable people.
Your own role is to make sure the equipment that they're using is like in check. The place of business is safe and operable to like going for like disabled people. There's like disabled ramps. There's different features so they can use them.
List the 4 types of abuse.
Verbal, physical, like cyber abuse, like on the internet, and emotional.
Right. Outline the basic indicators and impacts of each of the 4 types of abuse.
Outline the basic indicators. Well, basic, obviously, for like verbal abuse, it's when like violent language being used. Physical is like when someone's got like bruises, arms, when
Yep.
could cause questions to be asked. Cyber's stuff like, say if they're on Facebook or something like abusing someone in a bad way.
Right.
Like, with language like something like that.
Yeah.
And emotional abuse. That's when you like affect them like emotionally. So like they might not be motivated to do all because you bring them down.
Right, good. Describe the risks that individual abusers or potential abusers pose to children and vulnerable people.
For example, if you like abuse them, they're going to be like cut off at them. Not going to want to take part. They're going to be like, you know, put down all the time.
Right, okay. Describe organisational policies and procedures in relation to safeguarding and protecting, including the reporting procedures.
Well, this is stuff like if you see bruises on someone, like you can't jump straight away to conclusions. You got like go in some information in detail about it. But if you did find out what happened, you contact the authorities. Make sure it's handled like childline or something like that.
Right. Outline what to do if concerned about possible abuse.
Same thing, like contact authorities, childline. Make sure the story's straight, so you know what's actually happening.
Yep.
See if you can sort it out with the person. See what's going on.
Describe how to respond to a child or someone else disclosing abuse or concerns about abuse.
You do it discreetly so it won't like leave, you know, the information. Also, you'd have to like make sure you're calm with them. Come up to them like, so it's all confidential. So you don't leave the room.
Outline what to do if there are barriers to reporting own concerns.
There are barriers. Well, that's like if you see the bruises and stuff on them. If it's like physical abuse, you won't be able to like straight away go to the authorities. You might have to go around it, like see the actual story before it is reported.
Identify statutory agencies with responsibilities for safeguarding and protecting.
This is stuff like Childline, they're called youth workers, authorities.
Police.
That's authorities.
Outline when to contact statutory agencies with responsibilities for safeguarding and protecting.
This is when you know that the abuse is actually taking place, you're absolutely certain of it. And when it's actually seen.
Right, and then outline how to get in touch with those.
Get in touch online, books, yellow pages, things like that. phone number. Yeah.
Describe why it is important to share concerns about possible abuse with others.
This is so. If your opinion is not certain, you could ask someone else about it. Make sure it's all sorted out. Make sure the story's actually straight about the abuse.
Describe the limits of your own competence with regard to safeguarding and protecting.
The limits, like, if you found out like someone was like getting abused or something like that, you couldn't like handle it yourself. You have to contact authorities, like child lines, things like that. You couldn't like manually do it yourself.
Yeah, pass it on to who?
Yeah. Pass it on to the police
Or who else at your work?
or a manager.
Right.
Someone of higher.
Oh, why is it important to treat information about possible abuse confidentially?
So it won't get out to the public, so the child won't get like teased more. Also, professionalism, so you don't get fired from your work or all that.
Yeah,
You're into your own limits.
Yeah. List the types of accidents, injuries and illnesses that may occur in your own area of work.
Accidents and injuries is like slips and trips and stuff like that, cuts. Illnesses, you could have anything like colds, sickness, bugs.
Right. Outline how to respond correctly to emotional distress.
To emotional distress. You'd have to approach the person like calmly, so you know the workplace you've been treating unfair. You won't like go up to them angry or whatever, it might snap.
Right.
Yeah.
Outline how to deal with accidents, injuries and illnesses before qualified assistance arrives.
If someone like, if they slipped and say broke their arm, you'd have to make sure they're comfortable. So they've got like the right position so they're not leaning on it. And then just wait until the ambulance comes to hospital. Make sure they're calm. Things like that.
Right. Describe how to decide whether to contact the on-site first aider or immediately call the emergency services.
Well, if it's something like a band-aid, you'd call the first aider. It's not that big of a injury, is it? But if it was something like a slit wrist or something, it would be straight away emergency services.
Right. Identify who is the on-site first aider and how to contact them.
Who was the on-site first aider? This is the person that deals with like health and safety within the workplace, any injuries, illnesses.
Yep. Describe the procedures to contact the emergency services.
Obviously there'll be a phone on site, so straight away give them a call, he's there.
What number?
What number for what? Emergency services? It's like 911, isn't it? Something.
911?
991 is it? For emergency services?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Is it 999 or something?
999, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that it? 999?
Not 911.
I've seen a lot of American films, so it's different in different countries.
999,
yeah.
yeah.
999 emergency services.
Yeah, then you ask for who. What's 3 different emergency services?
There's fire brigade, police, hospital, ambulance.
Yeah.
Sure, no, probably really. Okay.
Outline why is it important to protect a casualty and others involved from further harm.
So obviously they don't cause any further harm themselves, like further on the injury.
Right.
Also to make the business look bad as well.
Outline the procedures to protect the casualty and others.
Procedures like put perimeter around them, make sure they're safe, make sure they're being tended to at least by the first aider at least.
Yep.
Make sure they're looked at and treated well.
Outline why is it important to comfort and reassure.
This is to do it like freak out or further the injury even more. Good personal people skills, isn't it?
Right. Describe how to provide comfort and reassurance.
In a calmly and friendly manner. So it's like, obviously you go up to them, if they broke their arm, you alright? Do you need any help? We'll call the first aider on site.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Outline own responsibilities for reporting accidents.
You what? Outline what?
Own responsibilities for reporting accidents.
Well, obviously, if you see someone injured, there's no one else around, get a first aider on site, make sure it's taken care of. But also, you'd have like people like higher up than you, if you're in that place. So they'd be like the first aider. If he were there, he'd be straight away on there. So you wouldn't need to deal with it in that amount.
So your own so you wouldn't do more than what your job is, yeah?
You wouldn't like go up to them, try to heal them or something.
Right. Outline the procedures for reporting accidents.
So it's like first aider, get in, call 999.
So where would you record it? An accident, if an accident's happened at a centre, where would you record it? In what book?
The accident report book.
Yeah. Describe the emergency procedures in own place of work.
Emergency procedures.
Yeah, so the leisure centre, what are they?
It's like if a fire alarm goes off, for example, queue up, raise the alarm, and it's like exit the building, make sure everyone's out safely, line up outside in the car park, single files.
Right. Outline what instructions must be given to people involved.
Is this like the staff or the...
Yeah, everyone, yeah.
Alright. Well, the staff would make sure all the customers are out safely first. Unless it poses a threat to themselves, then obviously everyone should get out the fire exit.
Outline organisational reporting procedures for emergencies.
Organisational reporting procedure. What's it like?
So how would you report something at your organisation?
Like for fire alarm.
Well, you said about the accident report book, hadn't you?
So yeah, use the accident report book if an injury took place or something like that. Make sure it's dated and signed and stuff like that.
Right. Describe the types of problems that may occur when carrying out emergency procedures.
Well, you might not get like the date right or something like that, or the injury wrong or something like that.
When carrying out the emergency procedures.
The emergency procedures.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what problems might
For example, it might overcrowd or something like with customers.
Yeah.
They might be fighting to get out. Might cause more injuries while doing that.
Right, describe the problems that occur when carrying out emergency procedures should be reported to. And who should they report to? So any problems that might happen if you've got an injury, who would you report them to?
Got the first aider on site.
Who
Or
else?
a manager,
Right.
supervisor.
Right, okay.